What is going on, guys? We are back on the FTOG Avant 3 server. Now today we're going to be messing around with the Endergenic generators again. Now last episode we set them up, and that is the thing that you see right in front of us now. It does have a miscellaneous chest over there that we're going to talk about in a second, but for the most part this setup is completely done. Aside from actually infusing all these machines, there's really nothing else that we can do to it to make it any better. So I'm going to leave it like this for now, but we're going to be working on getting a steady supply of ender pearls today, because that is the only other necessary part to have this running all the time and get the 16,000 RF per tick that it offers us, and that should be more than enough for us to power everything in our base for a significant period of time. Now, of course, you get a ton of power for each ender pearl, so it was suggested that instead of just trying to get a roguelike dungeon spawner or something along those lines that takes no power to actually spawn the Enderman, that we actually just use an Ender IO powered spawner, because you're going to be making more power anyway. So I'm going to try that out. We'll see how that works. And it's also been suggested that I use agricultural expansion to pretty much grow ender pearls, which I think would be another cool way to do it. So we might do kind of half and half stuff along those lines, but I want to try this out today. So we've got a lot of stuff in this chest over here to set up and do all this. So we're going to be using a bunch of conveyor belts to move the Endermen spawned by the powered spawner. We're going to kill them. Hopefully this works, but we're going to kill them with a spiked plate. Pretty much whenever anything goes over this, it damages mobs, but it might get a little weird if there's a bunch of them trying to get pushed on top of this. So I'll have to see if I need more spiked plates. I'm going to try and just push them into one area for now, but I might need like a 2x3 area for them to sit on, something along those lines so that they die. But along with that, we are going to be using the vacuum chest to collect any of the drops and transport it back over to a basic drawer that we're going to upgrade with a tier 3 storage upgrade, so it'll be able to store a fair bit of ender pearls. Eventually I'll switch to something better, but this is a pretty cheap option. And we've got a capacitor bank right now to store all the power in that we're going to be getting. And obviously this is not going to be enough storage. This will fill up really quickly. But the nice thing is it'll allow us to get some redstone signals going so that we can shut this whole system off when we're not using up any energy, and therefore we're not going to waste any ender pearls. I don't know if I'll set that up today, but we will do that in the near future. So the first thing that we need to go over is the miscellaneous chest that's down here. Now it looks a little bit weird. I'm not sure if this is just my Minecraft glitching out, but as you can see, this one will start looking weird if I go like over here. So maybe it's just having to do with the new update. We did update to a new version of Avant 3. But if we come down here, I actually thought I got pranked again, and the sign's a little bit hard to read. Let's see if I can I get the sign? Will it look normal for a second? Oh, it looks like it kind of looks normal over here. No. Well, basically it's from Grok, and it says that this should probably, I think it says something along the lines of this should help a little bit with this setup. These are dimensional shards. Now, if you don't know, I mentioned last episode that you can infuse these machines, the Endergenic generators, and pretty much any RF tools machine, and they are currently 0% infused, and it just makes them more efficient. So we got a bunch of this. Now this is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get in this pack, because if we look at RF tools, usually there's a ton of RF tools things, and that's because there's usually a ton of dimlets and stuff for making different worlds, but that isn't actually an option in this pack. So to get dimensional shards, there are a couple ways to get the ore, as you can see, but you can also get them by using all this stuff to get 8 shards. Now each ore should drop between 2 and 3 shards, and it can take into account fortune, so it's usually a better option to get all the shard ore, and that is what Grok has. He's got a ton more of this over at his base, which is pretty cool, but I think the way we get it out of here is we just break it. So yeah, okay, so that's what we do it. Ooh, exotic miner. So I don't know if I'm going to perfectly infuse all these today, but I think what we're going to do is get out a little bit of this, we'll set it up, and we will just test it out, see how it works, see how many we're going to need per infusing. I imagine you probably need like 1 per percent, so it'll be like roughly 400, assuming I'm correct with that assumption. But we're going to break these. I don't have any like fortune or anything special on my hammer right now, but let's see how many we got. So we got a little bit over a stack, and that was pretty few of the dimensional shards, so I actually don't think we'll need that many more, if any more. But what we can do is come in here, we can grab out our machine frame, and it does take some redstone along with that, so we can grab that out of here. I think it's 2 redstone, 2 diamonds, 4 shards in the corners, and I think the diamonds are down there, and the machine frame for the machine infuser. Now the funny thing is, I think you can infuse this too, so you need to make 2 of these and then infuse this. But I'm going to try putting it down over here. Do I actually have another conduit that I can use? Oh, I always hate that. It like blinks. I don't know what that is that causes it to do that, but it gets kind of annoying. So if you guys know, feel free to let me know. But we're going to throw this down, and I've actually never used this before, so I'm not sure how much power it takes. But I think what we can do is come over and we should probably be able to wrench this out. We'll just wrench out. Ooh, that is so cool. I did not know that you could see that. That's awesome. You don't even need to click on their UI. But let's wrench one of these out. We'll wrench out the first one over here, and let's throw it in, and let's start infusing it. So I don't know how long this process takes too, but oh, so it's relatively fast. Oh, it takes a lot. Oh, it takes a lot of them. Okay, so let's see how much a stack gets us on the infused portion of it, and then we can start going over and getting the ender pearls for this. So we'll grab out pretty much all the stuff that we're going to need here. We'll set up the capacitor bank and the conduits first, since the area out here is where we're going to be setting it up. It looks really bad now, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I have very limited windows in which I can record, so I'm trying to record this at a good time, and then I'll go back and spruce it up later. I know it looks horrible though, but basically the spawner is going to be right here. It spawns, obviously, like many other spawners, in an area of 4, or a radius of 4 around it, I should say, which will be this room right here. So we're going to drop them to conveyor belts. They're going to die right there, and then we're going to pull the items up. So I'm actually going to go, and we got to get out my, let's replace this. We got to get out the storage module. We can throw all of this back in here because we don't really need that, and I might need to cook some food later. But we are going to grab, where's my pick? I have a pick in here somewhere. Or is it in my, oh, it's in my inventory. Okay, so we're going to mine down, and I tried to make it kind of symmetrical so it wouldn't bother me as much, but we're going to kill them right where this block is right here, and then we can kind of go down and deal with everything else like right here. So I'll just break through like this. So this is where I think we're going to put the vacuum chest right here. And I guess we can set up conveyor belts while we're waiting for everything else. So I think this should be enough. We're going to use the conveyor belts from Immersive Engineering, which I love, of course. They might be a little finicky working with this. I know I've used different ones before. I don't know if it was like extra utilities or something, conveyor belts, but there were different ones before. Ooh, they added night. That's nice. Okay, so let's get them all pointing towards this block right here, and let's get them like that. And this should help with drops too. I think since we have this, we actually don't need a vacuum chest just yet. Eventually we would if we wanted to use more than just one spiked plate, but we could just use like a regular hopper because these will push all the drops into the center block too. But I think we should have enough of these. If not, I should have more leather on me. But if it's a 9 by 9 room, I think I have, oh, I might actually have 80. No, we wouldn't have 80. Yeah, we'd have 82. So we're gonna have 1 extra. Actually, we'll have 2 extra, because we're going to be having 1 open space. No. I could rotate that because I have actually the hammer in my inventory, but we'll just keep placing these down. Okay. It'd be really nice if I could fly right now. And now that we have all this new power, we might actually be able to, obviously we could easily get flying from a lot of things, including just making like a jetpack or something. But if we really, ooh, this is going to suck, right? Oh, that's right. I forgot. So you can just hold shift, so it makes it a little annoying. You have to jump to place it down. But no. Okay, so we got to get these lined up right before we do that. Okay, so jump, do that, jump, do that. By the way, good news. This will be the last episode I record where our window is still open. So when the window is closed, you actually can't hear any construction, which will be great. So we'll get this. It'll move all the Endermen down here. It's a little annoying that we can't use water, but, you know, Enderman, what are you going to do? So, push them into the center here, and do the same thing over here. So we just got to jump for this one, and we should have, wait, do we have the exact amount? Oh my god, guys, I am so good. I'm bad at math because I thought we'd have 2 extra, but, like, I'm so good at that, whatever you'd want to call that. So we throw in the vacuum chest down here. Let's see how effective it is. If I were to throw that there, that was a bad idea. But, oh, you can set the range? What? That's so cool. Oh, that is so cool. Nice. Okay, so we got the vacuum chest there. Now we're going to throw down the spiked plate. Do I have the spiked plate in my inventory? Did I not grab that? I thought I grabbed that. Whatever. We got to head back up here anyway, so let's get back up here, because we got to get our stuff and see how much it was actually able to infuse. because we should be able to tell if we can infuse all of them. So we got 25% for one stack. Okay, so we actually might not be able to infuse all these, but we can throw this back down. They don't all need to be infused. It should still be pretty darn effective how it is. And I guess I can break this chest right here. We'll get our sign back. I actually signed in. I thought this was a chest that was supposed to look like that, which is why I thought I got pranked. I was like, oh, that looks so weird, because this one looked normal. Okay, so we got our spiked plate. We need our item conduits. We need our powered spawner. And we need our storage drawer. We need base. We just need everything. We need everything. Okay, so we're going to bring this over here. And I guess we can mine back down on this side. I should stop putting all this stuff in my hotbar that we're not going to be using yet. But we'll come back down over here. We'll get down the spiked plate. I don't want to step on that because I think it kills Enderman really fast. When I went to the spawner in spawn that uses a tier 5 shard and it does a 2x3 of these to kill them, they don't take like any fall damage as far as I know because there's some block there that prevents it. I forget the name of it. But yeah, so that one, it killed them real fast. So we're going to pull out with an item conduit out of this side, and this is going to be extract, and it's active without signal. And then we're basically just going to pull this up here, and then we can fill this in as we go. So we'll get our stone out, and everything else should be good after that. So we'll fill in with our stone right there, and come up. And I'll leave it right here for now. I don't know what we're going to do with this. We might go back down a level and bring it inside here. I don't really know. We'll have to see, but we can... Actually, you know what? Let's do that. We're going to have to dig under our wall a little bit right here, but I think we're going to go right here and right here. And what is this? Okay, so this will break us in to the generator right there. So this is a little awkward with how this runs, but we want to get it around the edge. So I don't know if we want to pull it like this. This is a little bit awkward, like I said. Eventually, once we get like a real storage system, it'll be a lot easier. But what is this right here? So this one should be the corner. So we can't really pull it in right there. Where's our block to fix that? So we want to fix this right here. We want to fix this right here. And I guess, oh, it's really dark in here. We kind of want to mine around here. So hopefully you guys don't mind it being like pitch black on the screen for a second, but we're just making our way. Actually, I can't even tell what we're doing right now. Okay, well, we're you know, working blind right now. I can kind of see where we need to be going. Okay, okay. So we need to be out right over here somewhere. Right over here, I think, is where we need to come out. Yeah, okay, so we can come out like right around here-ish. So the storage drawer can go... Can we move that block? No, we can't move that in there. Ooh, can the storage drawer go like right here? We can bring it under, right? Yeah. So we can go down, down again, there, and then we got to get in here somehow. So let's break this block. I probably should have done this before. It's taken a significant chunk of time to get in here. But basically, we're going to put the storage drawer right here in the center of this, which requires us to be able to get under there. So we'll put down the conduits there and get the storage drawer. I hope we have enough, but we should be able to insert it in the bottom and pull it out the top. So we got our storage drawer there. Let's try throwing some no. How do you insert stuff into that again? I don't even remember. There's some way to do it. We might have to click on the front face to manually insert stuff, but we should be able to insert it like this anyway. Ooh, you know what? We could always just move it over one. We could just move it like right here. Why am I using a pick to break this? Please give it back to me. I'd really hate it if it didn't give it back. I'm breaking it with the wrong tool, but that's besides the point. Okay, so we're going to actually go down here instead. So let's do that and get this back. Okay, so we'll fill this in with cobblestone. Actually, we'll fill this one in right here with chiseled stone. So it looks nice, and the storage drawer will go right here, and we'll be able to see the front of it too. And we can upgrade it, and we can throw our ender pearls in, and we'll just throw all of them in like that. Nice. And then we should be able to pull them out of the top, and this will be the test right here. So we put that in. This is insert. This is extract with redstone signal. Nothing in there right now. And they're going in. Okay, good. So that actually works. I just wanted to make sure we could do that properly. Okay, so now we fill this back in right here. We got to fill the wood back in too. And dirt. right there, and then all along this wall. Still can't see. Still cannot see. And are our settings on bright right now? Yeah, okay, wow, that's really, really dark still. So we're going to be coming right here. Is it connecting right here? Where does it connect? Oh, we filled it in right there, which means it's connecting right here. Okay, so this is where we need to get our stuff. Just pretend like you guys know what's going on right now, and I will also do the same. So fill this in right here. Bring it down. Down. We might need to make some more pulsating iron for this. Nope. It looks like we're good. This goes down one. This is assuming that it's all connecting correctly. I'm just assuming that I linked it properly. And then I'm not even going to worry about filling this in that much. I'll fill it in a little bit. And we just need to get out of here then. Okay, so that's going to be all linked. That should be good. And now all we really have to do is get the spawner down and get power to it. Now the power is a little bit awkward. So I think what I might do today is just charge up the vibrant capacitor in here by hooking all of these up. And then I'll wire it together off camera because I definitely don't have enough energy conduits right now to do all the wiring. So it's also awkward because I was planning, I might have to wire it below these to get the power. We'll wire it above these for now, but I think I'll wire it below these eventually to get the power. So I don't even remember how I used to wire these. It's a little bit awkward how you wire them, but basically we're just going to wire it like this, and we'll throw down the capacitor bank, and this is going to charge up wicked fast. Yeah, it's basically charging at max right now. So we'll let that charge up. That's basically going to deplete a quarter of the charge out of all these because it's the same charge as one of them. And it's at its max input right now and output. We're going to be using 3000 RF a tick at our spawner. And it's going to spawn roughly 22 a minute. So we'll get this. We'll get out of here somehow over here. And we'll start throwing this stuff down in here. This will make it a little bit easier on me just to test it out. But what we're going to do is come over here. And this one is going to be where the, not where the spawner goes. It's going to be where the capacitor bank goes, where we're going to wire it to the ceiling eventually. And then this one down here, which is going to be very annoying to place. Let's break this. Oh, no, that's going to go into our chest and then try to go into our system, though, and it's not going to be able to. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Let's try and grab that one so it doesn't happen again. Darn it. Can I see that chest? Oh, okay, so it doesn't have anywhere to go, so it's perfectly fine. I don't even know if we have it set. It should be pulling stuff out. Whatever, we can worry about that later. But we're going to break this, and I don't think this is on output yet. Please don't be on output. Okay, so it's not doing anything on the bottom. So when we throw this down, it shouldn't spawn Enderman, but it did. Okay. Okay, so they're getting hurt. One is getting hurt. That's unfortunate. Okay, maybe if one more spawns, they'll keep getting hurt. Is it still there? Okay, so we're going to need a bigger pad for these guys. But, I think he just died. Okay, he just died. And then the next one gets to move on there. Okay, yeah, so it's fine. We just need a little bit of a bigger pad. I'll worry about that later, but it does, in theory, work correctly. And what am I even looking for in my inventory? Oh, so he's fighting it. He is fighting... What? Okay, well that's a slight issue. I might need to find a better way to move them eventually. I guess they'll get there. They'll make their way there and die eventually, but... okay, so that is draining all its power. Does this have a nice internal buffer? Oh no, so this is just taking its sweet time. Well, I was going to throw an octatic capacitor in there instead of a double one, which uses 3000 RF a tick and spawns roughly 22 a minute. So, right now it's not even able to spawn, but it's a good thing that we got a proof of concept in there, and it should have been able to bring the ender pearls over. So if let's just mine down one and take a look. See, okay, so we got a tiny pile of ender dust. We're gonna have to deal with some of these, but it's always active. It should be able to pull out of there. I don't know why it isn't, so let me go check. Let's go check in here and see what's going on with this. So this should be able to come in here. Let's see down here. Is this set on insert? Oh, no, this isn't. Okay, so that should be set on insert. So that should all be good. We'll check that, and if it actually was able to pull it out, then I think we should be good. We'll call it a day, and I will spruce this up off camera. I'll infuse the rest of these, then we can check back at the beginning of next episode, and it should be good to go. So let's check over here and see if it was able to pull it out. Yes, it was, so I'll just have to deal with the rest of these off camera, but yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please feel free to give it a like, as it does help me out a lot. And I will be sure to show this right at the beginning of next episode and go over all the updated stuff. But if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to post those in the comments too. And I will talk to you guys later.